Howdy, folks. We are back finally with some more brand spanking new Zenless Zone Zero content. 2.2 has dropped, meaning Chapter 3 has dropped, and a whole bunch of event stuff has also dropped. So we're going to be pretty busy for quite a while, and as you can see, the first of the two new S ranks, Seed, has dropped. Unfortunately, she has not been accompanied by any other new A ranks, just like what happened with Chapter 2, much to my admitted annoyance, because some characters that should have been out by now aren't out by now for some silly reason. Namely, Minato, who should have come out at the same time Alice and Yuzuha did, but for some reason he hasn't, and I have no idea why. But hey, new character's new character. And they also brought Trigger back, which I wasn't expecting, considering how more recent of a character she is. Mine, if anything, I can focus most of my attention on Seed and save up for future characters, both old and new. Although if I do plan possibly on doing anything, it's maybe getting Trigger's engine. And that's basically it. I don't have any plans on grinding for her again, because for a lot of these S rank characters, once I get them, it's like that's enough. Unless there comes a point where there won't be any more new characters, and they'll just cycle them over and over again. Who knows? Either way, I don't really feel the need to go after her again, considering I'm not a whale, and I do not feel the need to sink dollars into the game if I can avoid it. And I'd like to keep it that way. So, if at the very least there's some time, yep, there's 18 days. So if I feel I'm up to it, maybe I'll roll for the engine, for Trigger's engine, and leave it at that. What does, Seed's engine makes her glow. Really glow. By the way, I just realized that Seed is probably the first blue-haired chick that we've gotten in the whole game. I don't think anyone else has blue hair. I know Genshin has had several characters with blue hair already, like Ganryu. So I don't know. Maybe I'll roll for the engines. Maybe I won't. I'm not sure. Because I never really felt the need nor want to previously when I had characters that I was running for and then had another one that I was trying to earn at the same time or save up for next time. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Luffy, Sun God says, hi, crazy that he's an A rank. Have I done the trail? I don't know what the trail is. You can basically get every character without spending money. If you want copies or the W engine, maybe you'll have to spend money on them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't feel the need to do it unless they come to reroll, unless characters come back and there's nobody new to worry about. Yeah, Minato being A rank, I don't mind. It's the fact that they've held him off this long that I do mind. It's like, because he's been in the story since the very beginning. He's shown in Chapter 2 clearly throwing his greatsword around like a playable character, and yet now we're in Chapter 2.2 and he's still nowhere to be found. When you'd think he would have been ripe for the pickings with 2.1, with Yuzuha and Alice, but nope, for whatever reason he wasn't, and that is just confusing to me. And frankly, I kind of have to agree with some of the backlash. Not the fact that can forgive that he's not an S rank, but just the fact that he hasn't come out yet, despite if he was always planned to be A rank, is just silly. As for Seed herself, I admit I kind of already did a little bit of an off-screen trial run last night, and she's definitely interesting, being that she hovers around in her little, in her Jetson scooter, while the robot mech shows up to do all the shooty, and of course, well, I mean, if you've been on YouTube for any stretch of time, you'll know that you've already seen the Feet Ministry. So, before I go start up with the main quest line, I'm gonna go do this quest with Yixuan, because I ended up unlocking it when I did some random regular street trust event. So I'm gonna look up any dialogue. Unless there is no special dialogue. Pretty sure there isn't. Yeah, there is no special dialogue. Okay, it's a regular run of the mill level up trust mission. So I don't have to worry about that. Wait, hold on a second. As I'm looking at Google, I just realized that apparently reviews for Demon Ex Machina started coming out. Which I wasn't sure when it was coming out. I knew it was sometime soon. Basically, if you don't know what Demon Ex Machina is, it's basically Armored Core at home, and yet even weirder still, it's the artist for the mecha is the guy responsible for the Armored Core mech designs. So that's funny to me. The first game was only on Nintendo Switch, from what I recall, but now the second game is on everything else. Probably because the Switch 2 is, well, shit. And the whole game keycard thing is an utter physical media nightmare. One wonders if the developers actually decided to take the sequel multi-platform, knowing how bad that is. Hopefully they re-release the first game on everything else, so that way I don't have to worry about it on Switch. And I've wanted to get it on the original Switch. Whenever that'll happen at this point. Okay, Yixuan, what are we doing? Yeah, Orphe I'm going to save up. I'm likely going to save up for next. I'm only going to bother with maybe getting Trigger's engine if I feel I have the means for it, but if I don't, I'm just going to wait it out and wait and save up for Orphe and see whoever comes next down on the chopping block next to her. Since Trigger came back, I wonder if that also means Soldier Zero and Bia will also come back. Possible. Maybe. Who knows? Yeah, she's an electricity character and a attack character. So I know I'm definitely I've used up almost half of my purple tapes to level a whole bunch of other characters up. So it is what it is. Wise, do you have a minute? If you're not busy, why don't you come with me to handle some business at Hollow Investigative Association? What's happening? It's nothing really, just filling out some info. You're now a registered disciple of Yunquei Summit after all, and we're a special investigation unit partnered with the association. It'll be much easier to move forward once we log the information. Besides, you've been handling business around Phylum Heights these past couple of days. You must be pretty worn out. Why not take this chance to take a walk and clean your head? Let's head over to the HIA Career Club at Lumina Square since it's pretty close to 6th Street. You're right. If there's something you need to attend to, you can head back to the video store and handle it. Alright, let's meet up at the HIA in Lumina. Do it! A date? Just a quick, a quick date with Yixuan. See what's going on here. And then proceed with the story. Then the mountain of event and side stuff that unlocked as a result. I think they've put out more stuff this season than they did the last one. At least it feels like it. This here is my newly accepted disciple, Wise. Hello, why do you look kind of familiar? Because I've been here several times. I think I've seen you around here before. I run a video store on 6th Street. Ah, now I remember. You must be the owner of Random Play Video Store. I used to rent videotapes from your place. I never thought you'd end up becoming a disciple of Yunquei. And Yixuan Shifu personally brought you here to register, so you must be a candidate for special training. I'm sorry, I got excited and started rambling. Please sign here. I'll help you with the paperwork. Okay. You know, I'm a little curious. How exactly did you meet Yixuan and become her disciple? We met through a mutual friend. I see, that's good. You seem very much in sync. You've got a master and apprentice vibe going on. Yes. I've almost never seen Yixuan recruit disciples so transparently. She's turned down every investigator who's tried to join Yunquei without a second thought. Those people just weren't sincere enough, or perhaps it just wasn't fate. As for why I took Wise as my disciple, I saw something in him at first glance and decided to take him as my disciple. There wasn't anything more to it at first glance. My eye for detail and my intuition has never failed me. Alright, now that we've finished registering, there's no need for us to stick around. We'll be on our way. One moment, please, Yixuan Shifu. Don't think Soldier Zero comes back with Orphe. Okay. If it's somebody else and it's somebody I find desirable, yay. If not, I'll just pass him over until somebody else I like comes along. But whoever it is, you know, I just assumed it was Soldier Zero because, well, Trigger came back, which naturally means, in my mind, somebody that came after her also is coming back. Because that happened with Astra and Evelyn and who else? Miyabi and Yanagi. I'm pretty sure Evelyn came back a while ago. I didn't bother with getting any of her stuff though, because I think I was trying to grind for other characters. Every data you asked us to design is ready, but there's a slight catch. Our logistics division only provides combat suits for the Hollows. They're not exactly experts when it comes to everyday clothes. So we commissioned New Moon Trends, a newly opened design studio at Lumina Galleria, to handle the order. The clothes are ready now. Why don't you stop by and try them out? Ooh. On the 3rd floor of Lumina Galleria. Understood. I'll head over there and take a look. But we'll still need you for a moment, Mr. Wise. I just sent the data, and it'll take a bit to process. You can head to the front desk shortly to confirm everything. You should go ahead and try on your clothes, Shifu. Sure, fine by me. Come meet me at the mall once you're done with the registration. While waiting for the paperwork, Yixuan goes to try on the clothes at Lumina. Ew, what is she going to be wearing, I wonder? Oh, it's the alternate outfit that you have to pay for. Oh, wouldn't it be nice if you just unlocked it naturally just by doing the quest? Wouldn't that be nice? Unfortunately, it's a gacha game and not a regular traditional game. Yeah, I still want this game to get a future re-release with everything because, well, can you blame me? The game's too good for this. There you are, Wise. I tried on the clothes. It seemed quite different from what I ordered. Different? Yes. Absolutely gorgeous? Also yes. And you look totally, totally majestic in them. Is this the custom-made outfit? Yeah. I thought the store got it wrong, but the owner said they didn't. What do you think? Doesn't it seem out of character for me? Maybe I should return it. I think it suits you. Yes, she would look good in anything, but I'm going to go with it suits her. I see the owner did say it's good to switch it up sometimes. Maybe it's just because I've never worn clothes like this before. Yeah, it's very regal, but still sexy too, especially with the stockings and the opening in the blazer suit. Kind of reminds me of Evelyn's garb, but more oriental now I think about it. The owner said, I see, the owner did say it's good to switch it up sometimes. Maybe it's just because I've never worn clothes like this before. Never mind, this outfit's actually pretty easy to move around in, so I'll keep it. The shop did only just open, and the owner seems pretty worried about business. Returning it would only hurt their sales even more. The rent at Lumina Galleria can't be cheap. I might as well keep it. You're so kind-hearted, Shifu. Gotta help out others while you can. You all go through tough times now and then, after all. Besides, it's nice to try a different look now and then. Your wardrobe, like your routines, can stay the same for years, which isn't bad, but mixing things up occasionally isn't a bad idea either. She's not wrong. I mean, I know how I prefer to dress, but sometimes it's nice to do something different once in a while to escape the malaise. That's how luck works too. Only by breaking out of your usual routine can you change your fortune. Come to think of it, Boy Summit, everyone's luck seems to have changed for the better. Really? Of course. For example, I rarely used to just wander around the neighborhood. Most of the time I was either on a mission or roaming around trying to help others. But now, browsing the shops with you like this is nice. Is there anywhere else you'd like to go? The bedroom. After dinner. I'm okay. Alright then, let's head back to Swabian Temple. When we get a chance again, let's go somewhere else and take in the new scenery. Turn to Swabian. Oh, she's not going to follow me. Let's take a look-see. Oh. It's not just a blazer, it's a whole one-piece blazer, suits, corset combination. Because look, it goes and folds over and under with the skirt, and the skirt lining is sewed into the suit. So it's basically like a one piece that you just slip into. Looks gorgeous. Heck, it even has the little book bird sleeve things on the backs of the coming off the backs of the shoulders. Yeah, I really would like to. It'll cost a bit, but I really would like to get the other alternate outfits for the other characters, including Yixuan. Oh my god, you can even see the stocking linings. Sheesh. Oh, cooked. They cooked. Really cooked with that one. Don't feel like it doesn't fit her. I respectfully disagree, but it's okay. Sheesh, they're all taking a look-see. Okay, do not trigger a conversation with Belle. Oh, Shifu, is this the new outfit you ordered? It looks pretty close-fitting, not at all like what you normally wear. Not at all. Her regular outfit is pretty close-fitting too, Fufu. Where have you been? I mean, have you seen how Shifu's buttocks practically hangs out of her booty shorts in her normal outfit? Which, not to mention the torso stuff. I'd say the normal outfit is more close-fitting compared to this. Yes, but trying out a new style once in a while isn't so bad. Come to think of it, want me to order a tailored outfit for you too? Really? You're the best, Shifu. I want one of those martial arts hero outfits from the movies, complete with a cape and bracers. And it has to be good for nighttime operations in the dark. What, like the Shadow or something? Well, or Batman. Senior, maybe you should think about it some more. I feel like clothes design like that would look really weird. Huh, but why not? That's totally how everyone dresses in the movies. For instance, if you're trying to tail someone, you're going to stand out a lot in such an outfit. Forget tailing. In a crowd, you're more noticeable than a street lamp. Oh, you've got a point. We'll get your outfit made once you've figured out what style you want, Fufu. I'll send you the designer's contact info first. Yinhu and Shiyuan, you can pick whatever style suits you best. Trying out a different style every now and then is pretty nice. Okay. So we got Yixuan ranked up to level 3. Yay.
The weather's decent.
I wonder what the little star there is for. You know, now to think about it, I am curious. What is, okay, who? No. I was wrong. I was way wrong. Evelyn did not come back earlier. I just, for whatever weird reason, just falsely assumed such. No, it's Evelyn is coming up next. Which is weird, because for whatever reason, I thought she already did. Maybe I'm just out to lunch. So no, Soldier Zero Andy's not up next. It's Evelyn who's up next again. So that's a weight off my mind in terms of who I can grind for. Because I would like to focus on just one character at a time instead of trying to rush for both. Especially when I've had rotten luck lately. Like, I wanted to get Alice and Yuzua very badly, but the gacha gods were not kind to me. I got Miyabi and Yanagi way too late in their run, which left me with barely any time to get the others. And just like with Zhuyuan and Soldier Zero Anby before them, I tried to get them, but I did not get lucky. I did not get lucky at all. So I'm going to have to wait for them to come back, as painful as it is and as it sounds. Very painful. Yuzua I was not feeling too much of, so I was willing to let her go. But Alice, oh man, I really wanted Alice. But no, the game kept putting off Yanagi like it did Miyabi before her. So that left me with little time and resources to spare. So I couldn't get her, just like how I couldn't get Zero Andy and Zhu Yuan. So yeah, I'm gonna have to wait for them to come back, however long it'll be. Okay, so we got 2 events, but I'm gonna save them for later. And there's also some Seed-related stuff. Why is her name Seed, anyway? Like, I'm getting, like, a generic mecha protagonist name thing going on around here, where one of the characters in something like Gundam or something is given a code name or a false name, and they don't have a real name. Like 4 in Zeta Gundam, where I'm not even joking. Her name is literally 4, like the number. So I'm guessing there's probably a sad backstory involved. Okay, so Yixuan date done and out of the way. Let's there's the TV active over there. So what do you say we go and get the story rolling, shall we? Call from the mayor. Belle's looking over for a message from someone, her face turning serious. Kind of look that says, here comes another tough job. Your proxy instincts are telling you to turn and walk away. Wise, perfect timing. I feel like I've heard that before. Talk about bad timing. Mayor sent a message earlier saying, give me a call when both of you siblings are together. An official message from the mayor usually means something big is about to happen. Should we contact him right away? Simulated signals from city administration surge through the encrypted line. After a few seconds of whispering white noise, a familiar image and voice emerge from the audio-visual device. Yeah, I think Seed is the name of the mecha, not the person. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, here's another question. How is it that Orphe has a gun-shaped AI strapped to her tail with eyes that look like the Kamui that Ryoko Matoi has in Kill la Kill? I'm not even joking about that. The eyes on that thing on Magus are so freaking similar. Anyway,
Hey kids, I trust you've been well.
oh, we've been here or there. Are you ever going to show your face, by the way?
The miasma shrouding Lemnian Hollow still hasn't cleared, and Since Waifei Peninsula is also a major production area for porcelain ore, I imagine the air quality there isn't so great.
Could be better.
Isn't the spreading miasma more worrying than the air quality itself? Do you have any plans to address it, Mr. Mayor?
A close attendant friend of mine once told me that, as a senior, it's more friendly to start with some pleasantries before diving into the main topic.
Then why did you bring it up?
But enough small talk. I'm calling about the continued threat of the miasma and the dangers still posed by the Exaltists. Miasma is a natural byproduct within the Hollows, a unique form of ether that causes more severe corruption effects than ordinary ether, producing even more powerful ethereals and sacrifices. That's nothing new to you two, Phaethon, but the miasma raging within Lemnian Hollow has far exceeded what natural seepage could produce.
It's all because of the Exaltists. They've been using miasma to research and create sacrifices. And now miasma is spreading rampantly within the Hollow.
That's right. From thwarting the Exaltists' plan to seize control of Waifei Peninsula to dismantling Porcelumex, everything you've done has surely dealt a major blow to the Exaltists' influence in the region.
But the Exaltists' actions are still harming the people of Waifei Peninsula, and the miasma in Lemnian Hollow shows no sign of letting up.
But the root of the Exaltus evil, to kill a snake, you have to cut off the head. Yep. The Hercules approach.
Which brings me to the reason I'm troubling you both this time. The opportunity to root out that evil once and for all has finally arrived.
Or, I mean, maybe, well, it is chapter 3, technically, so probably not yet. We might be cutting it a little early, calling it a little early.
Porcelumex's co-chief executive officer, Ferox, secretly allied with the Exaltists to carry out unlawful hollow experiments, seriously endangering the safety and interests of Waifei Peninsula's citizens and businesses. I'll spare you all the official jargon, but in short, Porcelumex's influence and control over Waifei Peninsula have been significantly restricted.
Yeah, we already figured out the Ferox, Mr. Ferox's little scheme, and the other guy next to him with the goofy purple vest is now in charge.
But investigations and operations by the city government in Waifei Peninsula are still being hindered because another major player has rolled in.
Uh-oh.
A defense force unit, led by Major General Lorenz, has been deployed to Waifei Peninsula over the past few days, imposing temporary military control to investigate Porcelumex and contain the Exaltist threat.
That would be... What was her name? It's been a while. Isolde, right?
The Defense Force wasn't involved with the issues in Waifei Peninsula before, so why'd they show up now?
Unless it's somebody else I'm confusing her with.
Waifei Peninsula is a key porcelain production area after all, and has always been a highly contested prize amongst the city's various official powers. Besides protecting the city, everyone is eager to claim a bigger share of the wealth and influence it provides.
Control the spice, control the universe, basically.
Major General Lorenz is no easygoing man. Ruthless would be the mildest way to describe him when it comes to achieving his goals. According to my sources, he has a close personal relationship with Porcelumex's other co-chief executive officer, Lucro, and the two often work together.
Okay, so not Isolde. She does not have that name. Okay. It's been a while, and I could not remember if we ever did hear the rest of Isolde's name or not, so since she's the only other defense person I know of in the game that's high ranked, I kind of just guessed. But no, okay, so it's somebody else. And he's involved with that other guy, Lucro, with the goofy purple hair and clothes.
With Ferox's downfall, Lucro secured Lorenz's support by offering him a share of Waifei Peninsula's interests. Having the backing of a Defense Force Major General would greatly benefit his dealings within TOPS.
Sounds like a power game between TOPS and the Defense Force. But where exactly is this opportunity to take out the Exaltist remnants?
According to the action plan the Defense Force submitted to the city, eradicate the Exaltists sits at the top of their agenda. That's also their most legitimate reason for deploying to Waifei Peninsula.
Yeah, can't really have a city or businesses to manage if you have a bunch of death cultists running around trying to kill everybody.
Of course, I don't believe Lorenz is only there to dutifully protect the city, but with Porsa Lumex and the Defense Force already muddying the waters, a heavy-handed move by the municipal government could turn the conflict into a turf war over interests. I won't pretend I'm above it all, but I do believe that protecting the citizens' safety is more important than short-term gains. That's why neither the city government nor Yunquay Summit can act directly this time. But for you, Phaethon...
It's time for the protagonist to take the stage.
Yes, Phaethon, a legend among proxies, an outlaw of the underground, the last disciple of a secret research institute, Mayor Mayflower's wondrous right hand, the one who saved the Void Hunter from the brink of collapse. It's my time to shine again, right?
To be honest, I won't need all those people helping me. But you're right. It's time for the protagonist to take the stage. I spotted the name Obol Squad on the Defense Force's unit roster. I've heard of their past exploits, and some of their members have had both professional and personal dealings with you. I believe they could be a trustworthy source of support.
So we're finally getting Obol Squad in their full glory, as opposed to all the little hints that we've had previously, from Soldier 11 all the way down to Trigger. Not really Soldier Zero and B, since she was part of a completely different unit, but she did team up with Trigger in the epilogue, in the interior, in between epilogues between seasons. So I guess a little partner occasionally. So now we're getting like the rest of them, you know, Orphe Magus combo, Seed and her robot friend. I'm still convinced that Isolde might be a player character in the future. I don't know. I'm probably very, very wrong, but she did seem like she had that energy to her. So if not, oh well, it is what it is. If so, yay.
Their commanding officer this time is Miss Isolde, who worked
There
with
she is.
the investigation into the Exaltists and Porsa Lumex. I assume you're already well acquainted with her.
Yes. Speaking of which,
So, we'll be taking part in the operation against the Exaltists as proxies working with the Defense Force?
I'm also, by the way, not used to pronouncing her name as Isolde. Is it pronounced that way? I'm so used to pronouncing it with the E silence, because that's what I think when I read it. I've never heard it being spoken before, so who knows?
Exactly. But the title proxy won't fly in the Defense Force's operational report. You'll be introduced as Special Holotech Advisors and the Mayor's Special Envoy for Military Operations during your visit with the Defense Force. Sorry, official organizations do love to make up long and difficult-to-remember titles, but sometimes those titles can come in handy. Though I have to say, the ones you came up with a moment ago did sound a lot cooler.
By the way, we came across a few scattered clues about our teacher in the last mission, but we still didn't make any real headway.
There's still no solid intel on Miss Carol Arna, but within the limits permitted by the Defense Force, you're still free to pursue her whereabouts as you see fit. I've already informed the Defense Force and Miss Isolde in advance. The specific plans and arrangements will be up to you two to discuss with Isolde and Obol Squad. Well, I have official duties to attend to, and you both have an important mission ahead, so let's keep it brief. Once again, I wish you the best of luck.
Taking down the Exaltists, the Defense Force, looks like this job won't be easy.
I hope we don't run into any trouble. But hey, we get to team up with the Obol squad again. Completely. Instead of just hints and cameos. Soldier 11 and Trigger will be happy to see you two, right, Wise? And of course, a couple of new acquaintances we've crossed paths with before. But before heading out, maybe we should let Yixuan, Shifu, and the others know. I've been expecting you, Wise. Don't give me that Yixuan Shifu is all-knowing look. I only knew because the mayor contacted me in advance. It seems that really is why you're here. Yunkoi Summit is on good terms with the mayor, so we can't get directly involved in Defense Force affairs, which means I have no choice but to send my talented student. Aww. Leave it. I won't bring shame to the sect. Leave it to your disciple. Shaming the sect is the least of your worries. The Exaltists play dirty, and the Defense Force throws its weight around. You're neither skilled enough nor strong enough to deal with either of them alone. That's why you have to act with the utmost caution. Your own safety has to come first before you try to help anyone else. Alright, Swabian Temple isn't going anywhere. Get a good night's rest here tonight, then go take care of what you need to do. Remember, if you get into any trouble out there, just give them your Shifu's name. You carefully calibrate the HDD device in Swabian Temple's inner chamber, then spend some time chatting with your senior brothers and sisters before you realize night has already fallen. The Defense Force sent word we're meeting with Obol Squad tomorrow morning. Coordinates are in the Lemnian Hollow. We're meeting in the Hollow? Is this how the military does things? That's right. The Defense Force wants us to link up with Obol during the operation. Afterward, we are to return to their base together. Supposedly, it's meant to help us work more smoothly with the Obol Squad and to test our capabilities as the Mayor's special envoys. I spent the whole afternoon tuning the HDD device. It's pretty much done. You should take it easy and rest up for tomorrow's operation. Go to sleep. Yes. Storytelling. Do it. Do not go gentle into the good night. You do not see the eyes of the demon until him come calling. Yes. In a dream mode from electric pulses and numerical signals and Magus's memory. Ooh. Turn up the volume a bit. I'm so glad that the PS5 has a built-in microphone in the controller. I don't have to wear my increasingly unreliable earbuds anymore to have to speak into anything like I originally thought. Because I think they're probably just old and worn out at this point, and as a result, the sound just doesn't go into the buds like normal, and it gives me a splitting headache with how the sound just keeps cutting off. I need to get new proper Turtle Beach headphones. I really do. But they're so freaking expensive. Ugh. Anyway.
The Hollow hit City Center out of nowhere. Without support from the Obsidian Division, they won't hold for long.
Obsidian?
I knew you couldn't count on Helios's warning systems.
So, is Magus an AI or the digitized brain of a person made into basically a Cortana sort of thing? I don't know. It sounds to me like Magus actually was a person turned into a portable android.
Doesn't matter. We've seen worse, haven't we?
Yeah, because I don't think she's a regular AI. I think she might be somebody's gray matter remains beamed into a mechanical prosthesis.
The track we're guarding this time is a key route for evacuating civilians and transporting aid.
There's Isolde in the background.
This is our last line of defense. The civilians are right behind us. We must hold the line.
Oh, this must be a flashback to when Hollow Zero happened, I think.
Magus, you're late today?
I think my assumption is correct.
You never miss Captain's pep talk.
Wait, who's that? And why is the dialogue square cutting her face out? Is this someone important?
Let me guess. You were off doing last-minute gear checks for us. Still, they've got a point. Tardiness is unacceptable, soldier.
Hey, she's even got the little coin gun.
Obsidian Division. Agamemnon Squad assembled.
Obsidian Division, Agamemnon Squad, requesting backup. Obsidian Division, Agamemnon Squad, requesting backup.
Well, they got massacred, didn't they? Yup.
Fall back, Orpheus.
Orpheus?
Fall back. No. No. We have to kill it. Whatever it takes.
What, like Orphe? Oh, that's a big one. Several big ones.
Get back.
Wait a minute. That's Yixuan's older sister. Aping me because I'm not used to it. So this was the Hollow Zero disaster when Yixuan's older sister died protecting everyone. And Isolde bore witness to all of it, along with Magus, apparently. I can imagine stupid old people or political people wanting to ban the game just because of because of this chapter, even though Mickey Mouse exists. Says no one. Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. Whenever they want to try and ban fan service of any kind, just look at what they got in their hard drives. They always end up being guilty of the very thing they claim everything else is.
I'm from Yunkoi Summit. We'll hold the line from here. You can fall back now, comrades.
Everyone. We can still save them. And the civilians, they're right behind us. We can't back down. We cannot fall back.
So, is this the end?
So Magus got horribly crippled.
Revenge. Against what? The Hollow? Against everything. I've already lost everything.
Captain Magus?
So they're probably going to explain it, but from what I'm gathering, Magus, along with Isolde, bore witness to the Hollow Zero disaster in the Yunque, in the Phylum Heights area, where Yixuan's older sister perished, and their Obsidian squad got completely annihilated, and Magus was one of the only people left standing. And got so horribly injured that they basically went Warhammer 40,000 Dreadnought with her by uploading her brain into a mechanical prosthetic that is now hooked onto Little Miss Orpheus's tail. I'm guessing it's a mechanical app what's the word? I can't remember. It's a word that starts with P that kind of goes with is it prosthetic? I don't know. I can't remember.
Nagus.
Basically, they uploaded her brain into a machine thing like a space marine being plugged into a dreadnought, minus the bodily remains.
Nagus, were you dreaming again?
Intelligent constructs don't dream. It was just leftover cache fragments tucked away deep in my memory module.
Coping mechanism.
So, were you dreaming about the past again?
So it would seem.
It's a good thing you gave up your studies at the Meta School to enlist, Orphe.
What can I say? My brain can be a bit slow at times.
It's okay. It happens to all of us.
Anyway, Magus, you talk in your sleep all the time.
By the way, I also love how she literally looks like a gun mounted on the end of the tail. Plus the kill la kill eyes just make it even sillier.
I don't sleep. It's a self-diagnostic mode. And I've told you before, use my proper title while on duty, and stop eavesdropping on me.
Okay. Denial.
Yes, Captain Magus! I swear, I'll never listen to you sleep talking again. But given how you're always right behind me, it's kinda hard not to overhear.
Yeah, why? Can't she be taken off of your outfit or something? Or is there something else more grisly I'm not aware of?
It's not sleep talking. It's echoes of residual signals from the vocal module during self-diagnostic mode.
Yes, Captain Magus. I swear, I'll never eavesdrop on your, whatever that was during self-diagnostic mode again.
Still, it's strange. I actually overslept today. I mean, my self-diagnostic ran longer than expected.
So she is in denial.
It feels like some kind of bad omen.
Are intelligent constructs superstitious too?
Well, I am just like you. An idiot who dropped out of school to join the military. Superstition is the only knowledge I've got that I can actually rely on. Enough breakfast chit-chat. Time to get ready for this morning's operational briefing, Orphe.
Yes, Captain Magus.
Ooh, we're controlling Orphe, are we? Okay, I wonder, is there an actual tail under there that is just covered in a socket, and that socket has like a compartment that Magus gets attached to? I mean, that's what it look. I mean, I look at frickin' what's her name, Jane Doe. They say she's a rat firing, but that tail does not look rat-like at all. In fact, it ends in like a very artificial-looking pointy tip that makes it look like a demon tail, and I'm pretty sure I could have sworn on Jane's model that it ends weirdly at the base of the tail where what looks seemingly organic turns into inorganic material, like it's a sock or something. I don't know. I'm just speculating.
Hello, Trigger. Good to see you again. Captain Magus, squad member Orphe, I've been waiting for you here. You left the sniper to wait here all alone? That's not how an assault trooper should operate, Orphe. But you were the one who woke up late. I told you that was a necessary systems check and maintenance. Okay, so why don't we just detach you from our tail and leave you alone to sleep then? Why does Orphe have to be your glorified pack mule then? You can't have it both, Captain. Now, getting into a position early to cover their squad mates is part of a sniper's job too, isn't it? Let's head to the operation briefing before the Colonel scolds everyone in the Obol squad for being late. Right, Isolde is a Colonel. I'm remembering now, steadily. There's 11. There's Seed. Oh, I see. We're not in a new location. We're still in Phylum. They just added a little forward base to it. The yellow and black is a nice color combination. In fact, it reminds me very heavily of Deus Ex. Can we get Adam Jensen as a guest character in this game? Dude has been very lonely and jobless ever since Square Enix dumped him onto Embracer. That Embracer refuses to do anything with Deus Ex. It's like, come on, can somebody do something with Deus Ex instead of pawning it off to languish? It's like, I loved Human Revolution. And then Mankind Divided got even worse development hell, with half the game basically being axed away and sold for scrap. And now they don't even want to touch the third game. Ugh. Fuck Square Enix and Embracer, okay? They both suck. Anyway. Jose Samaniego says hello. Hello to you too. Greetings and salutations. Okay, so let's talk to the giant soldier machine thing. And hey, it's Irene. So we finally got all of Obol Squad. Well, I mean, we did meet them in the previous chapter, but it's nice to actually, play as the rest of them now. After 1.5 seasons of build-up. Obol Squad, assemble. Salutes, Captain Magus. Even after all this time, 11 has remained disciplined and focused. That's what you call a model soldier. Aren't I a model soldier? You, Seed, you're a soldier too. If you join the Scout, Seed, you'd definitely be an honor scout. I feel like there's a memory somewhere in my past, something about being in the Scouts. If I weren't busy taking care of Seed Senior, I'd absolutely be an honored member. Okay, so Senior is, if I understand correctly, is the mech suit. And Seed herself is the girl piloting the suit. Jose says, I agree, it's nice seeing them all together. Yep. Took a while, but finally got there. If only we had gotten Minato when he should have in the previous chapter. Instead, he's been held off longer than, honestly, I think is reasonable. Captain, we've got about 12 or 13 push-ups worth of time before we're late for the operation briefing, depending on whether we're doing them one-handed or two. Let's hurry to the operation briefing, or we'll be punished as problem squad members before we ever get the chance to become honored ones. And then there's Colonel. Jesus. She's even got the Caesar's hairdo. Green color.
lighter shade, but the ponytail is there too. It's like they took Caesar, upped her by like 15 years, and now look who you got. The members of Obol Squad are gathered around the command table.
Good morning, everyone. Today's briefing is to discuss the tactical details for the raid on the Exaltis stronghold. Thanks to previous infiltration ops and documents from Porcelumix, we've gathered intel on several key Exaltis communication hubs within the Hollow. However, we still need more detailed intel on the exact location of their headquarters and the distribution of their personnel.
I don't think either use hair gel. Does hair at this point, does hair gel even exist in the anime world? Because either that or they use too much of it. Ugh. You know, maybe it's just me, but I kind of wish we lived in an anime style variety where light green and pink and blue hair color was natural. Still need more detailed intel on the exact location of the headquarters. Blah blah blah. I don't know. I'm just ruminating.
Therefore, before the main force advances into the Hollow to launch a full sweep, we will deploy several elite squads to their comms outposts within the Hollow for recon. The first shot of this battle will be fired by Obol. The results you achieve will be critical to the success of the operations that follow.
Leave it to me, Isolde.
Captain Magus, remember to use proper ranks during operations?
Yes, ma'am. After all these years, it's not like you don't know my bad habits.
Magus? Captain, you were the one lecturing me about that just this morning.
After all this time, we finally get to fight side by side again, Isolde. Colonel.
Ma'am, I heard for this operation, a special envoy from the city government will be assisting Obol Squad. Is that confirmed?
Yeah, Trigger was just telling me we've got a super capable and trustworthy friend coming to work with us.
Me.
Trigger is right. There will indeed be a guest from the city government joining us as a technical advisor to assist Obol Squad in the operation. Per the agreed arrangements, our guest will meet you all inside the Hollow.
Okay, so are they gonna get... I'm guessing they're gonna put us in a new zone.
The Exaltists have long plagued Waifei Peninsula. Obsidian Division's mission is simple. Eliminate the source of this chaos once and for all. Their repeated failures have cost them dearly. Our task now is to eliminate the remaining stragglers and strike directly at their headquarters. We have obtained intel on multiple enemy strongholds. You will be deployed as scouts. Your objective is to investigate and pinpoint the enemy's main base. Blitz Squad will handle the frontal assault. You will also rendezvous with the technical advisor dispatched by the mayor and assist them in securing the key data. Aegis Squad, you will strike the enemy from the air, providing firepower and intel support for all units on the ground. Operation codename Glitz and Aegis. Obol Squad, gear up and get ready!
Obol Squad reporting in. We are at the target hollow.
Did they just pay reference to Call of Duty 4 with that intro? Because that's what it felt like. Call of Duty 4 with an anime skin. But in a good way. Oh, man. I guess raw field. They can unleash different aftershock attacks based on their energy and recover sufficient bottle heated hold to unleash X. Squad. So is she a stun character? Like Trigger?
Lit squad in position.
Do you copy?
We're en route with the chopper. ETA 20 minutes. Landing at Lit Squad 3 o'clock.
Holy shit, she's got a flamethrower.
With the mayor's envoy.
Someone pretty important. They've got Obol squad handling this pickup.
They're very powerful, but also a very nice person. So what sort of person are they exactly?
Wait, who's the drone? Oh, it's the Bang Boo. It's the Bang Boo.
We're inside the building up ahead.
By the way, why are we meeting inside the hollow?
Captain Magus is all about action. She prefers getting to know our partners in live combat scenarios rather than listening to someone introduce them. At least, that's what Colonel Isolde said.
You're making me sound like I'm some unreasonable, clueless kid or something.
Really? I just hope the captain doesn't end up chewing out the envoy later.
Aftershock is really just a fancy name
If you
for
want me
team
to act freely, please issue the
for
command
teamwork
to act
attacks.
freely first.
2 people jumping 1 guy. A unit attacks where you switch to another. Deal off-field damage. Okay, I'm just used to that being done with. I'm used to that, seeing that with characters like oh, that's so cute. That is so cute. The little demon girl hanging out with some birdies. I love it. I love a cute anime demon girl. Okay. It doesn't look like I can view the agent list to know what she is. Yeah, I'm used to it happening with characters like Pulchra and Trigger, both of whom are stun characters. So I'm probably likely forgetting who else does it. Okay, it looks like we're in a already explored part of Lemnian Hollow, because I recognize this place.
Join attack, Soldier 11!
And there's me. Okay, so Orphe has a combat knife, but it seems most of the actual attacks come out of Magus herself from her little revolver head right there, and which has a flamethrower. I think Bernice might have some competition.
We've successfully rendezvoused with the target. Now, let me take a look at Colonel Isolde's intel report. Captain Magus, this is the Special Hollow Technology Consultant, the Mayor's Special Envoy for Military Operations, as well as the...
Wait, didn't Isolde say there was only 1 target? How many people are we talking about here?
Just call me Lord Phaethon. Oh, I love it.
You can call me Lord Phaethon.
Ah, that's funny.
I'm only kidding. I thought that might lighten the mood. Just call me Proxy.
Vivian's rubbing off on you, isn't she, Wise? I love that. That's funny.
So this is the amazing Mr. Phaethon that Trigger and Soldier 11 were talking about. Turns out you're actually pretty down to earth.
I know who you are. You must be the infamous Phaethon they mentioned, right?
Trigger was definitely talking about the renowned Mr. Phaethon.
Orphe deals aftershock fire damage as an attack unit, so she hits hard. Yep. Yeah. I digress. Bernice is going to have some competition. I hope they do a meetup. Who can set fire to something with a bigger explosion.
Usually, only heroic characters are described as renowned. For villains, it would be...
Hey, I'll have you know I've done a lot of good for New Eridu, by the way, and I have not stooped to terrorism.
If the other side is a villain, then working with them means we're on the side of villains too.
Wouldn't we be more on the level of Robin Hood or something like that, where, yeah, we're outlaws, but we're actual good people, you know, like Batman or something?
To be honest, I'm still a little uneasy about having a proxy join up with Obol Squad. I'm an old-timer who plays by the rules. No dramatic backstory, no need for wild adventures like the younger ones. So I've rarely had dealings with anyone outside the military. Especially someone from, well, the underworld, like you.
No dramatic... Lady, you lost your entire body in a horrible monster invasion and had your brain beamed into a freaking revolver with rainbow eyes like the common movie from Kill la Kill. I'd say your backstory is pretty dramatic too. So pot calling the kettle black there, Magus.
A hero working from the dark side, protecting the city in secret. I have to admit, that sounds pretty cool.
So the Shadow, basically. Minus the wanton killing of all the criminals like the Punisher, which came afterwards. Well, the Shadow was basically doing all that before the Punisher was ever even thought of. Attack units have access crit, which very few anomalies have. Can be useful for specific situations. Okay. Yeah, I forget how there's certain amounts of depth to the characters and their attributes and types more than I think sometimes, and it always surprises me. Makes sense.
Sure, I've heard stories of your accomplishments, but don't mistake that for me seeing you as a hero.
You will after today, that's for sure.
Everyone walking the city has their own purpose, especially someone with a complicated background like you. But I hope your goals won't interfere with Obol's mission, or violate the Defense Force's principles. Otherwise...
Poor Orphe, she had to be saddled with babysitting this thing. Talk about a character clash.
If what you call your principles are genuinely just, and your aim is to protect others, then I'd say we're on the same side.
I hope so.
Whether I'm a villain or a hero, let's keep our focus on the mission. After all, we're still deep inside the Hollow, surrounded by Exaltists.
Regardless of your position, if you get things done, that's not bad in my book.
Next, I'll briefly outline the mission objectives and explain the role that Phaethon will play in this operation. As an expert Hollow guide, or a proxy, Phaethon will use the current map intel and Hollow data to chart the most efficient route for us, Obol Squad.
You know, considering how useful proxies are and how New Eridu, everything in relating to Hollows are, you'd think that the Defense Force would, you know, maybe have a proxy division. You know, like, hey, y'all are good at what you do. You want to work for us? I mean, that's what I would do.
At the same time, we'll provide cover for Phaethon as the proxy collects Hollow data and monitors the changes and activity of the miasma.
We've got plenty of trained scouts in the military. Can a proxy with no combat experience really handle such an operation?
Captain Magus, according to the intel report and squad member accounts, the proxy has combat experience working alongside Trigger and Soldier 11.
Yeah, but most of the time it was with the frickin' Eos waddling around and Wise was strapped to a chair. Nowadays, he doesn't have that problem anymore. So, He might have to start using a gun soon if he hasn't yet.
Sharper, more precise, and more perceptive than any scout. That's how Soldier 11 described the proxy.
Just read and you'll know. Got it. Don't mind Magus too much. Since when did they decide to add goat thyrans? I didn't see goat. I just saw Demon Girl Thyran, kind of like Hugo with the vampire stuff. Then again, the horns is something that comes from a goat, but just kind of got full, because of old timey artistic renderings. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, goat is not what I see anymore when I see characters like this. That won't be happening. It's kind of like a doctor helping the citizens without taking the oath to no medical license. Okay.
I don't think we've ever seen anyone who's earned the approval of both Trigger and Soldier 11 outside of our own squad members.
If no other squad members or Isolde have any objections, that wraps up the mission briefing. Don't fall behind, Proxy.
Ma'am, yes ma'am. Okay, so... Oh look, the welcome wagon.
There are more enemies than we expected.
Agent Squad, report your status.
Oh.
Come in.
Oh no. Still no response.
Electromagnetic interference is pretty common in hollows. Interference suggests this could be intentional jamming by the Exalted.
The enemy reinforcements just keep coming.
Red Squad is pinned down. Agent Squad, do you copy?
Okay, that's pretty cool ultimate.
Reinforcement spotted to the northwest.
Agent Squad.
Speed and the others should be okay, right?
The fastest way to restore comms is to disable the nearby jamming devices.
Feels like my asthma around us. Long time.
We're circling right above the enemy, Captain.
Searching for the mission target.
Okay, I'm definitely getting Obol. I mean, I was going to get her anyway, but now I do really want to get Orphe. Like, sheesh. Not to... Oh, and I already pre-selected... What was his name? Mercury, the new Bang Boo in the permanent edition grind slot for them. Because I liked the look of him, and he had fire attribute. On top of the fact that he just looks cooler than the other fire attribute Bang Boo I've seen in the game thus far. And, yeah, I think I made the right choice because he's a freaking bowling ball with a flamethrower. And he just murders everything next to him. Yeah, I definitely made the right choice. I think I'm going to like him like how I like Red Magus. Because Red Magus is cool because of his cycle wheel that he steamrolls people with, and I'm seeing this guy with the Vietnam flamethrower running into everything, and I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, I'm definitely getting him. Fleekazoid would want to buy 20 of those things if he would. Okay.
Proxies are literally ordinary citizens playing a role not meant for them in society. But yes, proxies are needed when professionals are occupied. And Orphe does best in an aftershock team. Okay, quick assist, follow up, press roll to activate the following pedal slaughter.
Aegis Squad has reached the LZ. Blitz Squad, do you copy? Comms seem to be jammed. Is Seed Senior's comm system still working?
No, the speaker's all buzzy with static.
Let's clear the nearby enemies first, then regroup with the captain ASAP. I wonder if the proxy, the envoy and the captain have met up safely.
Eradication mode activated.
Cool.
The area's all clear now. All those annoying pests. Good riddance.
Come in, Blitz Squad. Do you copy?
Seems that annoying signal interference is still floating around in the air.
The enemy control room is just ahead. It's packed with communications gear.
Okay, keep an eye on sagging your doors to be Bernice to apply burn and disorder. Okay. Seed is one of these characters that looks like an absolute dork with the whole Jetson scooter rolling around and then having the freaking giant robot come in, but you know what? I can't complain. It's so stupid, it's hilariously badass. It is anime as all hell, and I can't help but not like it. Plus, she's also, I think, the only character with blue hair in the game, finally. I think Genshin has got like 3 or 4 of them at this point. And probably Woot, and I think the same also applies to Wuthering Waves. Ugh. That's another one I need to get on board with. Found the jammer switch. I'll turn it off. As the switch flips down, the hum of machines somewhere in the comms room comes to a halt.
Aegis Squad, come in.
Aegis reporting in. We read you loud and clear, Captain.
We just shut down the enemy's jamming equipment. That was easy.
Are there any ether transmission terminals inside the control room?
Press the
Roger. New objective. Shut down the ether transmission system.
Okay, I'm gonna save her ultimate for the big attack. For a bigger enemy. Cyan, cool. It's still a shade of. It's still a. I mean, cyan is still technically a light shade of blue, so blue adjacent, I guess. It's the switch linked to the ether transmission device. Successful description signal flashes from Seed Senior's data port, and the once turbulent ether in the transmission system grows still.
remote support. In position.
Hey, why don't we get to do that?
The transmission system has been shut down.
Great. That cuts off the supply of miasma.
We eliminate the remaining enemies. Head to the meeting point. And for us to show them what we've got,
Yes, Captain.
Blitz Squad has finished clearing out the remaining enemies.
Roger. Aegis Squad has successfully secured a data copy from the control room.
Excellent. That about does it for our recon objectives. Meet up at the target location.
Copy that. Aegis out.
What is Brimstone, Jose? And no one, could you please explain what it is that you keep saying she's based on? Because you haven't said what it is.
Coffins. They're kind of creepy.
What's a coffin?
It's a thing where people are laid to rest.
Laid to rest? Oh, you mean like Seed Senior?
Sure. Like a dreadnought from 40K. Let's go with that. So, is Obol Squad and the Defense Force secretly running a dreadnought operation that we're not aware of? Because we got Magus and a freaking napalm revolver right here. And now apparently is Seed Senior a guy stuffed in a mech suit? Okay, the we're getting into Warhammer territory here. I mean, other than the whole interdimensional H.P. Lovecraft hell domes with monsters in them. It's a W engine and it's Soldier 11's signature weapon. Ah, okay. I don't think I've got that one yet. Oh, I'm going up the stairs. That makes sense. This is an ether research device built by Force Lumix. Alice calls it an Obscura. Okay, so Seed Senior is a robot like Billy, just a very sentient one. Okay, so he's not a dead person in the mech suit, or the remains of somebody beamed into a machine. No. Okay, so he's basically just a beefier Billy, as opposed to someone like Elfie, who's a civilian robot. Okay, that makes sense. Or the freaking Tin Master. So it's like some of them are like the droids from Star Wars, where they have a certain amount of sentience to them and they contribute to society and are kind of their own people. At least some of them are. Obscuria, that wasn't the report we handed over to Commander Isolde. Are these just regular ether research equipment? I doubt it's that simple. Anything tied to the Exaltus is bound to be suspicious. I felt something ominous, too. Are you saying the Defense Force has some information on it? So get the intel when you need to know. For now, let's keep moving. Oh, and by the way, since Orphe is a playable character, I highly doubt there's going to be anything that serious. I mean, look what happened to Hugo. We all saw him become a playable character, so it's probably not that deep. What a difficult person to work with.
Don't be discouraged, Mr. Special Envoy. I've been around the captain for a while and still think. Keep moving. Me personally, I did not look into anything too far to it. I just saw a cute demon girl with cool flame powers, and that was it. Here comes the Marcel May stuff again. Well, I guess they had to leave something behind that justifies the proxy cyberspace stuff, since they took the TV modes out for Season 2.
The unknown device. Now analyzing. Network communication structure detected.
These devices are interconnected, probably forming part of a larger equipment array. By cracking part of the data, we can locate the other devices.
Looks like Proxy's quite the skilled hacker.
You're amazing, Proxy!
You're not secretly hacking into my brain while I'm asleep, are you?
Hey, come on. I'm a professional. I have standards.
Communication structure analysis. 50% complete.
I'll be honest, I do kind of miss the TV mode stuff. I do agree that it could have been handled better, though. So but that's just me. It was kind of one of those, okay, it fits the theme, I get what they were doing with it. It was just... some parts of it went a little too overindulgent, I agree with, but I do kind of wish it remained. I also wish that you could replay old missions from Season 2 via the HDD, but for some reason it ends only at the epilogue stuff and didn't add anything else after that. Get Orphe's model. Yeah. Petite woman, doesn't have much of a butt like some others, but she does have a nice figure all the same.
Those are ether reactors made by Porcelumex. To be honest, they look pretty ominous.
Porcelumex? That's the company working with the Exaltists, right?
Not everyone in the company is bad. Hopefully.
Even if they're not all bad, plenty still played a part in this.
That may be true, but most ordinary employees were probably acting under pressure or coercion, right?
And what about you? Were you forced or pressured into becoming a proxy?
It's a lot more complicated than it is, Magus. By the way, I just realized that this is Orphe's the third character in Season 2 thus far to have been given the twin ponytails. Just like Alice and Yuzuha. And Orphe is the second ginger of Season 2, and also a twin tail. Well, Yuzuha's hair was more red, but still. And then you have Orphe here with her ginger, orangey red hair, also in ponytails, just not braided like Yuzuha's. So there's definitely a type they've been leaning on for a bit. These obstacles are blocking Aegis Squad's path to the rendezvous point. Let's clear them while we wait for them. Yes, Captain Magus.
This is the only route Blitz Squad can take.
The mission went without a hitch. Great work, everyone.
And thanks to the envoy for all his hard work, too.
You all carried the operation. I was just doing my duty.
Okay, so it's not a hover scooter. It's on a sphere, like the Cars and Trucks and iRobot, the Will Smith one. Hello.
Seed, you've met them before.
Oh, it's you, Proxy.
You are the pilot of this mech?
You're Seed, right? It's been a while. We met briefly during the Porcelumex inspection.
I remember.
I love her already.
Oh, Seed Senior says he remembers too. Shh, he's asleep right now, so he can't talk to you himself. But according to Seed Senior, you're someone who can be trusted. Someone worth trusting. Well, to be honest, it was Trigger and Soldier 11 who told Seed Senior first. And then Seed Senior told me.
Seed Senior. Is that the name of your mech?
He's not a mech. Seed Senior is an intelligent construct, totally different from exoskeleton-based vehicles like mechs.
I mean, she's not wrong. Gundams, Imperial Walkers, so they require pilots to function. So Seed Senior is probably, well, like a hybrid between a mech and something on the level of, say, a Transformer, where they are an autonomous robot that is capable of thinking and acting for themselves. So, okay, so oh wait, I know. Yeah, I just thought of something. There was an anime, one that I really like and recommend, called Gargantia and the Virtuous Planet. And the main protagonist in that anime pals around with a mecha that also has a smart AI in its chassis. I believe he called it, darn it, I forget. But basically, he's smart enough to make decisions, and be rational, and basically is a person by the end of the anime, if it wasn't already totally known by the start anyway. So that's what I'm getting. I'm getting like a hybrid mecha autonomous robot thing, kind of like the one from Gargantia. So she's not wrong. In a weird way. It's like a mix of the two, I would say.
You carry the same scent as me, Proxy. You must be quite knowledgeable in this field.
Ooh, I am. You can sniff me again anytime.
Did you attend classes properly back in school, Proxy?
Strictly speaking.
Strictly speaking, I never really went to a typical school.
Sounds like a lie.
You two have quite a unique way of talking.
You're not much better yourself, Hareen.
The Defense Force, or rather, Obol Squad's comms channel, also seems to be tuned to a pretty unusual frequency.
Birds of a feather flock together, as they say.
True.
The proxy wasn't complimenting us, Soldier 11. You dummy.
Being able to tune into both Seeds and Soldier 11's wavelength at the same time. I have to say, you really are something special.
In other words, we just vibe.
Wavelength? Are Seed and Soldier 11 intelligent constructs too?
No, oh wait a minute. No, we just vibe. That's very well, and that's the concept, Orphe.
Still, winning over these girls might be easy, but as the commanding officer, I have to assess you with the utmost caution.
Oh, come on, it's just my natural charm. No need to be jealous, Magus.
All right, everyone, that's enough chit-chat. Let's not forget, we're still in the middle of a battlefield here. Although we've tracked down the Exaltists' communication outpost, it seems all that's left are supplies they didn't have time to evacuate with. We came up empty on both the location of the Exaltists' main base and the research data you were looking for, Proxy.
The most efficient way to move such a large amount of supplies in a short time would be through spatial fissures. The Exaltists have been operating in Lemnian Hollow for a long time. They must have access to fissure coordinates unknown to the Defense Force. But no one knows the labyrinths of hollows better than Phaethon.
Phaethon's skills are like magic. Sounds way more impressive than a carrot.
Sounds pretty mysterious. Anyway, you're confident you can catch up with them, right?
I got this.
They won't be able to escape. Uh-oh.
Inside those devices, those are all sacrifices?
Seed, confirm the number of enemies.
Locking onto hostile targets. There's 8 in total. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0. Now we're all clear.
Obol Squad. All enemies eliminated.
I love them already. So, yeah. Sacrifices. Mass-produced sacrifices. They've moved on from just the regular demigod ones to making a whole bunch of drones to go along with them. Amid the thunderous stomps of heavy machinery and shrill hysterical screams, Seed brings in the Exaltist captives.
The rambling old man is a little Seed's trophy.
The final sacrifice is about to begin. How can swirling dust compete with a blazing fire?
Swirling dust can do a good amount of blowing away fire if you get enough of it.
Do all the Exaltists talk like this? It's really hard to understand.
Unfortunately, yes, and they all must be exterminated like vermin. Candace Ordo, where are you when I need you?
Seed, make him shut up.
Foolish unbelievers!
Hey, Seed Senior, you've got to be careful with how you treat prisoners.
Can we at least make him drink his own Kool-Aid?
They've done more than enough harm. Being gentle isn't exactly a priority.
Strap him down, feed him his own Kool-Aid.
What sets these Exaltists apart from typical villains is their fanatical devotion to the Creator, which often drives them to act unpredictably.
Is it me, or is that how 90% of villains are in most media?
Even if they act in the shadows without rhyme or reason, the miasma remains essential to them. If we follow that trail, it could very well be the weakness that brings them down.
These so-called fanatics are nothing more than villains who treat ether as a deadly poison corrupting new Eridu, aiding and abetting its destruction.
Well, if they're anything like the unitologists from Dead Space, they're an annoying death cult, and they have to be put down permanently.
Let's see if they stay when confronted with 50 caliber high explosive rounds.
In Vietnam, God bless. Calm down, Captain.
Calm down, Captain Magus. As vile as the Exaltists are, not every member is guilty. Many innocent civilians were deceived into joining.
Like Vivian.
In other words, not every Exaltist member deserves to be met with 50 caliber high explosive rounds and military-grade high-energy lasers.
We've hardly caught anyone yet, and you're already defending them?
No. Just some people are innocently caught in the middle.
I know how to throw around grand quotes too. Like no snowflake in an avalanche ever feels responsible. You're awfully sympathetic towards these scumbags. Perhaps because you're one of them.
Enough! Captain Magus, I'm pretty sure your remarks have already exceeded the boundaries set by Commander Isolde's temporary protocol for addressing Phaethon. Specifically, the section designated for Magus.
Huh? How come no one told me about it?
Don't speak harshly to your squad mates, and don't say anything that kills morale. That's what you taught us, Captain Magus.
I don't consider them a comrade. At least not yet.
Whether we're allies who can rely on each other, or simply partners with our own suspicions, let's stick to our duties, Captain Magus.
Wouldn't have it any other way, Phaethon.
Something urgent needs our attention.
There's a critical piece of intel that needs immediate attention. What just emerged from the Obscura is a bioweapon created by the Exaltists, known as a sacrifice. These Obscura, and the factories that produce them, are scattered throughout Lemnian Hollow.
No, not just Lemnian Hollow. According to the data from Porcelumex and the intel Commander Isolde has gathered, there are a large number of Obscura placed throughout Yifei Peninsula. Over 300 of them.
So they're going to try and do again what they did last time, which, well, poor Yixuan had to use a whole bunch of energy to get rid of, and it tired her out immensely.
Over 300? Not even the entire Obsidian Division could deal with that many monsters.
The entire Obsidian Division would just end up as monster food.
We have to get this information to Command immediately. The Exaltists' actions may be far more dangerous than we had anticipated.
No, that's not right. Although I did come across Obscura shards tainted with sacrifice energy, there's still no solid evidence to confirm that all Obscura have sacrifices in them. The Obscura devices I saw on Phylum Heights didn't all carry traces of sacrifice energy either. More importantly, creating a creature as powerful as the sacrifices would require an unimaginable amount of ether. There's no way the Exaltists have access to such an immense supply of ether and miasma.
Or they would have destroyed New Eridu long ago.
Phew. Good thing the bad guys we're dealing with this time aren't that powerful. Yet.
Keyword, yet, which is why we gotta get a step ahead of them and cut them off so they don't get that powerful.
Hey, did you two completely forget that courage is a soldier's greatest virtue?
Captain, didn't you say that kind of talk is just something generals say to sound impressive?
The proxy has a point. But there's definitely something suspicious about the Obscura and Yifei Peninsula. We need to organize thorough inspections and patrols as soon as possible. Obsidian Division has already mobilized outside Lemnian Hollow. Those Exaltist rats will soon meet their end.
out for a last-ditch counterattack, they won't go down.
A fanatic's last stand is often the most ferocious. Everyone, stay sharp and proceed with caution.
Almost gone 2 hours into the stream at 1 hour and 45 minutes.
After spending over a decade in the military, I understand that all too well.
What Captain Magus meant to say was, thanks for the heads up, Proxy.
That's not what I meant.
In the depths of Lemnian Hollow, where even the Proxy's eyes couldn't pierce the darkness. Uh-oh. Oh, Sarah, still up to your sneaking around, are you? The military's operation has started. You're to provide cover for the Overseer's ritual. Every action leads to us closer to meeting our Lord. Yes. Everything for the Creator, Lady Sarah. But the Defense Force's overwhelming numbers, and we've taken heavy losses lately. With what little strength we have left, we don't need to achieve victory. Our mission is to buy time. Sacrifices are inevitable. Unfortunately, the Defense Force isn't exactly driven by the noble duty they claim to uphold. As long as the Overseer completes the ritual, then we've already won. May the Creator refine you. May the Creator refine me. Obsidian Division has temporarily taken over Seagaze Road as our base of operations. This will be our staging area for the upcoming mission. But there seems to be way more people at the base today. Probably some sort of operation being coordinated. Anyway, let's report back to Isolde first. Alrighty then. Did Wi-Fi Peninsula mess up again? Everything went south. Completely Defense Force surrounded Waifu Heights. What kind of mess is boiling around in Waifu Peninsula? Wi-Fi Peninsula? Sarah's shenanigans allow her to be sneaky thanks to plot armor. For real, for real. If it wasn't for Seed and Trigger shutting down the Exaltus equipment, Captain and I would have been in for one hell of a fight. I mean, I was a big help, but Trigger and Seed Senior were just as important. The Exaltus systems were pretty basic, just took a little tinkering to shut them down. Your ability to handle machines so effortlessly is amazing, Seed. I wonder if I could learn a thing, or if I could learn to do so with enough practice. It's talent, pure talent. I can always sense it. You've got a similar gift, right, Proxy? Sort of. Hey, Trigger, got anything? Thank goodness you're okay, Proxy. You and the Captain were surrounded by enemies. I was really worried about you both. My bullet almost didn't make it in time. That was a close one. Protecting you, Proxy, is our top priority. I mean, protecting citizens like you, Proxy. Or if you might seem a little hesitant at times, but she's actually a skilled and brave soldier. Magus comes off as harsh and short-tempered, and she is, but she's the kind of person who would risk everything for her squad and for new Eridu, or rather, she already has. Yeah, we saw the dream flashback. So she did already, literally and figuratively. Hello, my lady.
All in all, the scout mission was a success. Obol Squad took no casualties. Against our firepower, those Exaltus lunatics didn't stand a chance. It's honestly baffling how HSO and public security got completely outplayed by the Exaltists. Their actions are chaotic and lack any strategy. Though credit goes to Commander Isolde's flawless planning.
The proxy was amazing too. Just like Trigger and Soldier 11 said. And just like all those rumors on Internet.
Huh? Orphe, since when have you been visiting sketchy sites like Internet behind my back?
Calm down, Captain Magus. What you've dealt with so far are just the Exaltus scattered remnants.
I know. We already have the hollow coordinates for the Exaltus base. I'm not worried about a head-on clash. What worries me are those Obscura and the sacrifice creatures.
Leave the search for the Obscura to me and the city forces. You focus on the mission inside the Hollow. You can't just grasp at weeds. You have to dig out the roots. All this might just be a diversion by the Exaltists. By the way, Proxy, I heard your performance in the Hollow was top-notch as always. How's working with Obol? Has Captain Magus been giving you any trouble?
Captain Magus, belly aching, but gets the job done. And as for the hollow navigation, I mean, it was just a straight line with the bang boo. Nothing to it. I'll have to give that some thought. Okay, hold on a second.
I'll have to think about that. I do remember Captain Magus saying that Phaethon is a villain who should be dealt with using 50 caliber high explosive rounds and military grade high energy lasers.
I think that might have been perhaps folding multiple things together there, but okay.
Don't go taking things out of context to make me look like the bad guy. I'm a straight shooter.
I mean, she's right. He did take two different instances and squash them together. So I kind of have to defend Magus on this one.
Got it. Looks like the temporary protocol for addressing Phaethon doesn't really hold much sway over Captain Magus.
It's all because I wasn't decisive enough. Please don't punish Captain Magus.
Orphe, you're fine. Nothing to worry about. But, yes.
She's not the most soft-spoken, but Captain Magus and the squad have been doing their best to support me, and her military-grade high-energy laser is definitely reassuring.
All right. Without the proxy support, our operation wouldn't have gone this smoothly.
Whew. I guess this is the part where old grudges melt away, and everyone makes nice.
But if you're that talented, why settle for the dishonorable role of a proxy? Why not join the military, earn a proper rank, and truly protect your Eridu?
Too much red tape getting in the way of my real goal, that's why.
What's so dishonorable about it? The work we do in the shadows brings us closer to the light than many of those who stand in it.
You're being a little harsh today, Captain.
Proxy. How many unqualified civilians have you led straight into danger within the Hollows? And how many shady Hollow Raiders have you guided to dirty money?
I'm not that kind of proxy. Not everything is that black and white.
You're right, Captain Magus. The underworld does have its dark side, but a lot of people are forced into it. They have to avoid the light and just try to survive in the shadows. And this grand, respectable world you speak of, is it really filled with nothing but righteous heroes? Is your defense force really so perfect? Every single person?
I mean, he's right. Look what happened to Bringer. Everyone loved him, thought he was a hero. Everyone thought he came back as a righteous person. When it turned out, he failed himself. He joined the cult and came out as a power-hungry, douchebag. So, yeah, people be complicated, and not all of them are good. Sometimes you've got bad apples plaguing the tree. I mean, yeah, Inspector Bringer, we saw what happened to him. And he wasn't the only one. I mean, and then you look at Blazewood. They're all a bunch of bikers over there, and you know what? Some of these people are absolute angels.
Alright, kids, enough bickering. The only villain here is the grumpy old Isolde. You're all brave, shining heroes, okay?
Oh, come on, Isolde. No need to put yourself into that position.
Looks like the captain got shut down by Commander Isolde again.
Even the proxy's been lumped in with the kids. Looks like we're all in the same class now.
This concludes the briefing. Proxy, Major General Lorenz has expressed interest in meeting you. Would you mind coming with me later?
Yes, Mom.
The Major General wants to see me? That can't be good.
Relax. I'll be with you.
Yeah, Isolde has very, very strong mommy vibes. And Seed is adorable. Okay, doesn't look like... Okay, so now... kind of want to wait to get more tapes so I can start using them. Good news is I should be close to hopefully getting Seed, assuming the game doesn't pull a fast one on me like it did previously with Soldier 11, where I thought I had Miyabi, and then I didn't get Miyabi. I ended up with Soldier 11 instead. And I had to grind some more until I eventually got Miyabi, and by that point, I was completely out of time to get Yuzuha. And then in trying to get Yanagi, well, the game, I refused to give her to me until well after the halfway point had passed. And by that point, it was already too late to get Alice. And I tried to get Alice. Really, I did. Adjutant, sir, the Major General's guest has arrived. Please follow me, you two. Major General's tent is just beyond this tunnel. You follow the adjutant's lead and head with Isolde into the Major General's tent on the other side of the tunnel.
Sir, your guests have arrived.
Uh-oh. Weren't they hinting that this Lorenz guy was dirty? And that guard's tone sent alarm bells in my head.
Colonel Isolde, I heard that, Obol squad has already obtained the coordinates of the Exaltist headquarters.
Oh god, he's even got a slimy, smarmy expression. I already know he's the villain. The little hint was already enough of a cue, but now they're not even hiding it. Like, he's freaking Bringer if you chopped him down to half the size and colored his hair gray. He even kind of reminds me of Frollo, now I think about it, from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
That's correct, sir. The recon operation was a success. However, we also discovered something unexpected. There are numerous ether reactors installed around Waifei Peninsula, known as Obscura, which may pose a significant threat.
Yeah, I don't like this guy. He looks oily.
You can handle the specifics with your squad. You know I've always counted on you. Just make sure I get results.
Yes, sir.
Among all the mediocrity in the Obsidian Division, Isolde, you're the one who truly stands out. I'm really glad I found you back then.
Yeah, she's giving Inspector Bringer vibes, but, you know, military. Except, unlike with Zhu Yuan, who had to be woken up to that probability that Bringer was bad, I'm pretty sure Isolde is already aware of it, because we were briefed on what was happening with Mayor Mayflower. So, I think Isolde might be in the know, unless I'm wrong.
Someone like you shouldn't be stuck on the front lines. I'm pragmatic, but I always make sure my subordinates are treated fairly.
I mean, we had to find that. I mean, the game wasn't really hiding that Bringer was a sleazeball, but the characters had to find that out as it went along. Whereas Mayor Mayflower already gave it away. So, yeah, no point in hiding it. At least to us anyway. And if Wise knows, maybe Isolde knows, I don't know. I'm just kind of, I've had a habit of seeing what's going on before it even happens, so I'm kind of like expecting it at this point.
This is a big opportunity, but I went to great lengths to get troops into Waifei Peninsula, so this mission is one we cannot afford to fail.
Whatever you say, General Shepard.
Yes, sir.
Ah, I seem to have forgotten about our guest. Isolde, the person beside you.
This is the officially appointed Hollow Technical Advisor and the Mayor's Special Envoy for Military Operation, Wise.
Welcome to Waifei Peninsula, Ambassador Wise.
I've been in Waifei Peninsula for a while now. Honestly, it's more appropriate for me and Swabian Temple to be the ones welcoming the Defense Force.
Swabian Temple? Ah, Yunque Summit. Pardon my memory, I nearly forgot our guest works directly under Mayor Mayflower. Mind filling me in, Colonel Isolde? Why is one of the Mayor's personal agents, an infamous proxy, getting involved in Defense Force business?
Because I'm very good at what I do and I'm the main character, damn it.
Wise was appointed by the city as a technical advisor and envoy for Mayor Mayflower, sir. He's here to assist and oversee the Defense Force's operation.
Assist, huh? If the High Preceptor of Yunque Summit had shown up in person, perhaps I'd consider that worthy. And as for the supervision, since when does Mayflower get a say in when Obsidian Division pulls the trigger?
Sir, Wise is only here to assist Obol Squad. This has nothing to do with the main force's operations or command. All part of the agreement to keep the City Council from meddling with our military affairs in Waifei Peninsula. Which, I imagine, suits you just fine?
Of course. Your arrangements are always right on point, Colonel. This whole operation is running smoothly, thanks to you. Well then, since you're the Hollow experts and personally by the Mayor, it's only right that I give you a proper welcome. Unfortunately, military secrecy is of utmost importance, so I'm afraid I can't escort Wise to the more refined venues in the city for a proper celebration, at least for now. Colonel Isolde, until this operation is over, all of Wise's external communications and movements beyond Phylum Heights must be temporarily restricted.
That's a very unique way to treat a guest.
Major General, the Mayor and Yunque Summit might not be too happy about that.
That's an order, Colonel.
Yes, sir.
The people from Porcelumix are still waiting for me in Phylum Heights. Something about a banquet to welcome the Defense Force to Waifei Peninsula. Typical corporate parasites. Always know how to adapt and survive. I'm afraid I won't be able to personally entertain our guest, Isolde.
Let's go, Mr. Ambassador.
A real piece of work he is. I'm really sorry, Wise. You came here for help, and this is how you're treated. Life in the military comes with its fair share of rules and restrictions. Saints and jackasses. Major General Lorenz was a decorated officer during the fall of the old capital 11 years ago and was promoted to a general after its fall. Over the years, he's been known for his rather overbearing conduct. It'd be dishonest to say I like his style, but working under him has definitely given me a lot of opportunities and access, allowing me to investigate the truth behind the fall of the old capital. So she doesn't really like the guy that much either. It's just the perks were useful. Truth behind it? To be exact, the cause behind my squad's failure back then. Magus has always been concerned about it. Well, yeah, what happened to them was what happened to Trigger Squad, and what happened to Yixuan with most of her sect getting obliterated. So, yeah. I'm getting off track. The point is, you can count on us, whether it's Obol Squad or any other Obsidian Division soldier. We'll give everything to protect you. After briefing you on the military operation, Isolde takes her leave. Talk about rude. Are all the Defense Force generals this unpleasant? Restrictions on going out and contacting the outside world. I might as well be a prisoner. But if we're just going back down to rest at Swabian, we shouldn't be stopped, right? Last night's ashes. Ah, not enough to do another tape. Booey. Roxy's been nabbed by the Major General. Then why do you look so happy, Seed? Don't make fun of your comrade's suffering, Seed. That Major General guy's a real pain, huh? So if Roxy doesn't get along with them, that must mean you're alright. They're alright. Sounds silly, but also somehow makes sense. I can hear you. You're also the type to eavesdrop on people. I've been aware of your presence for a while now, Proxy, and for the record, I wasn't talking behind your back. Proxy, the ever so lovable Proxy, always listening in with those keen ears. Okay, I really like Seed. I like her, she's funny. I don't know why, she has a very mischievous character to her that I find kind of endearing. Sorry, orders from above, you're not allowed to leave. Argue with facts and logic. I don't know who you are, but there's no argument to be had. Orders are orders. Threatened again in a harsh and intimidating tone. Argument draws the attention of several nearby soldiers. Are you okay, Wise? Comrade Wise is a special envoy sent by the mayor. Show some respect. My team, Mr. Wise, got taken down a notch. I'm just following orders. Following orders is a soldier's duty. I understand where this soldier is coming from. I hope you understand, Crimson Gloom. Storm off in defeat or withdraw with head held high. Well, it is what it is. So, hold on. Check in with Isolde and Magus for an update.
Captain, Proxy made it through the interrogation unscathed.
Well, not entirely unscathed.
No significant change in pulse, and your face isn't too pale. Looks like you passed the test. You look so frail, Proxy. Who would have thought you had the makings of a soldier tough enough to endure enemy torture?
I'm a pro, I couldn't be caught. Well, you kinda did get caught.
Section 6 figured out who you were, and they almost got you.
Since you already see me as a villain, it's only natural I've learned how to avoid torture, right?
No.
The Major General may be tough to deal with, but interrogating the Mayor's envoy, that kind of thing doesn't happen in the Obsidian Division.
Isolde explains the Major General's orders to everyone.
Temporarily restricting the proxy's movements and communications? What does that mean?
It means I've been confined to house arrest, and I'm not in my house.
It means we've got your precious Phaethon locked away. No way out, and no texting or calling family.
Yep. So, not even house arrest. I'm basically stuck here, but the only thing missing being a cell.
That's just so...
I'm telling you, Lorenz's... They're not hiding the fact that he clearly is a bad guy. They already hinted at it with the mayor giving us a heads up. And Isolde clearly does not like the guy either. So, yeah, and considering his slimy, oily facial expression and means of speech, yeah, he's villain. You might as well just put a flashing neon sign saying it, unless it's a ruse, which I doubt, but hey, you never know.
That's terrible.
Hold on a second.
What a shame. I never thought the legendary proxy Phaethon would end up getting caught one day.
On the plus side, at least the legendary proxy Phaethon was caught by Obol Squad.
Well, it's not all bad. I have Orphe on one end, I've got Seed on the other, and then I have Mommy number 1, Isolde on the left, and Mommy number 2, Trigger on the right. So it's not all bad.
The Major General's idea of hospitality might be questionable, but for a soldier, orders are orders.
So, as much as we regret it, the legendary proxy Phaethon will have to stay put in Phylum Heights for a while.
You sure you're sorry, Captain? I'm pretty sure you were holding back a laugh just now.
Don't worry. Obol Squad and the Obsidian Division are the first line of defense against the Hollows.
Then who's the last line?
We'll wipe out the Exaltists faster than you'd think.
And then the proxy will be free.
Well, so far the Exaltists have been pretty good at scurrying away like stubborn cockroaches, so we shall see, Captain, we shall see.
As ordered, a technician will now attach a tracker to the proxy and temporarily block all communication functions of their electronics.
Boo! There's no point fighting it, so you allow a soldier to fasten the tracker. More like an electronic shackle to your ankle. Thanks to Defense Force's signal jamming, only wireless frequencies still functioning and Wi-Fi are military ones. For now, at least, say farewell to friends, anxiously awaiting your replies on Knock Knock.
My apologies, Proxy.
For the Obsidian Division, orders carry more weight than mountains. I don't like restricting someone's freedom like this. And I'm not exactly your biggest fan. But I hope you won't hold it against Isolde or the squad.
This probably wasn't your intention, but I understand.
I may not be a soldier, but I can understand the weight orders carry for all of you. If temporarily restricting my freedom helps the operation go smoothly and keeps the people of Wi-Fi Peninsula safe, I'll gladly go along with it.
I never thought you'd show such resolve, Proxy. Don't worry. I'll keep an eye on you while you're with us.
Captain Magus keeping an eye on you? Just a heads up, she's not exactly the caring type.
We've noticed.
Once again, Proxy, you have my apologies.
With comms and our movements restricted, things are definitely tricky. Luckily, I can still reach out to Bell and Ferry through the HDD without the Defense Force noticing. Okay, so we do have a line of communication that they cannot intercept. Yet. Right as I'm thinking about this... Oh, that mischievous laugh. You know what? Seed would get along very well with Spook Shack. She has I think she might even be I think she might even give Yuzuha a run for her money. Proxy, don't look so down. It's time for Obol's regular equipment maintenance. Come join us. Is that okay? Do you agree, Captain Magus? Making sure our tech folks have reliable gear is crucial, so if you want to drop by Proxy, go right ahead. But I don't have any equipment on me. Not that I could fix anything, even if I did. Really? I mean, I couldn't detect any gear on the Proxy, but I can't shake the strange feeling like the Proxy has some sort of device that feels oddly familiar. Don't worry, Proxy. She can be a bit hard to follow at times, but when it comes to tech, you can always count on her. Yeah, Seed knows that Wise has an HDD implants on him. So I'm guessing she's a tech whiz. She likes Sunny from Metal Gear Solid 4, raised thoroughly too close to machines to the point that she's a tech savant. That's what I'm getting out of it. Minus the stuttering. Of course, Sunny became far more confident in the Raiden sequel, Metal Gear Rising, which also needs a sequel, by the way. Platinum, Konami. But yeah, that laugh that Seed did is just like, yeah, I'm gonna like this character. It's just a routine maintenance check. Come on, Proxy, stop being so wishy-washy. Mercury. For whatever reason, I thought his name was Mercenary, but no, Mercury is his name. Seed Senior, Seed Late Girl, Orphe, Trigger 11. Okay. Obol Squad is all here. Alright, time to start today's routine maintenance. Inspector on duty, squad member Seed. First up for inspection, Mercury. Mercury here. Let me take a look and see if this little Colby's got anything wrong with you. I always get nervous when Seed does my checkup. The antenna on the comms module seems a bit worn out. Gotta remember to get those parts replaced. If Colby can't hear me on the radio during the operation, I'm gonna kick your butt. Aye, aye. Next up is Trigger Sniper Rifle. I'm counting on you again, Seed. I only need one look to tell your weapon's in flawless shape, just like always, Trigger. A sniper's weapon is their soul on the battlefield, after all. Boring. Now it's Orphe and Captain Magus's turn. Let's get this straight. You're not laying a finger on me. Calm down, Captain. Quit swinging around my tail. Your exoskeleton is in good shape overall, Orphe, but your tail shows way more wear, no doubt due to Captain's reckless fighting style. Captain gives her all in combat. I'll try to stay in sync with Orphe's movements. As for Captain Magus, you're using that nitro fuel oil again, aren't you? Seed can't stand that smell pouring out of your gun barrel. She uses nitro fuel. Oh, right. Yep, they totally will get along with Bernice. Whoa. Are you seriously attacking your captain's dental hygiene? And finally, it's your turn, Proxy. Where should I start? She can sense the implants. She knows. She can read wise like an open holopad. Seed stares straight into Proxy's eyes. Impossible as it seems, it's almost like she can see right through to the HDD. Yep. But that can't be possible, right? Look away, change the subject. Your eyes are crystal clear, Proxy. All systems good. Inspection complete. You were just looking for an excuse to stare into the Proxy's eyes. Now that everyone's finished their equipment checks, you're dismissed. Get some rest and make sure your gear's serviced at the armory. Hey, Proxy, don't forget to look after your eyes, too. You confirm that the military really is restricting your freedom of movement with the Obol Squad. You then return to the tent to rest. Tent offers some cover from soldiers' gazes, and re-establishing the connection with the HDD brings a small sense of relief.
As Master's supreme assistant and a thoughtful, all-purpose AI, I would never sit back helplessly while Master's freedom is being restricted, unlike the second assistant.
Hey, be nice to Belle, will ya? Wench?
Fairy, you really can't stop chasing that first assistant title, can you? When will you finally understand that as his sibling, I'm irreplaceable?
Poor Belle, always getting picked on by the AI with attitude.
Alright, you two, enough arguing. I'm just a pitiful, useless captured proxy here, while you two are elite hackers, okay?
So act like it. Both of yous.
Negative. Although Master was unfortunately captured, Master remains an elite hacking expert.
Hey, even the elite hacking expert gets into trouble sometimes, okay? We all need help sometimes.
Save your useless sympathy, First Assistant. Luckily, not even the Hollows can interfere with the HDD's unique signal, so the Defense Force's jamming is barely an inconvenience.
Still, I was the one who actually encoded the anti-jamming signal.
Which means Wise can still reach me through the HDD, and EOS's deep dive can continue as planned.
I'll send over the data from my eyes right away.
I saw some new data with my eye implant in the hollow. I need you to run some calculations. Whether or not the military's info checks out, nothing is more trustworthy than your calculations, Fairy.
Affirmative. Additionally, I've made a full copy of the military intel files that EOS and Master saw.
If the Defense Force comes knocking because you did something without permission, make sure they know Second Assistant and your Master had nothing to do with it. Anyway, leave the rest to me and Fairy-wise, just like always.
Then leave clearing out the hollow to me and Obol Squad, just like always.
The Defense Force's mission is bound to be dangerous. Be careful, Wise.
bed beneath you feels so foreign, you hardly rest well that night, but as with all things, it eventually passes. Motion rises from the outpost beyond the tent. It's Orphe and Seed's voices. Let's go check out what's happening. Uh-oh. Mercury seems to be having a spasm attack. How long have I been going? 2.5 hours. Sheesh. Yep, he's tweaking. He did something. He pulled or switched something he shouldn't have. This is the little one you brought back from the Hollow? Yes, Captain. The Bamboo Squad seems to have been attacked. I received the Bamboo distress signal and rushed over. So it's not Mercury, it's another soldier. It's another Obsidian Division Bamboo. Okay. What about the soldiers in that squad? They were all lying there covered in blood. I mean, the not breathing kind of lying there. In other words, they're dead. Let's pay our respects. This Bamboo probably recorded what happened when they ran into the enemy, but it's badly damaged. Do we have any technicians at base? You're standing right next to him. Let me fix him up. I'm a technician. Proxy, you know how to fix a Bamboo? Please help this little guy. I also realize that, Seed is not wearing shoes. Imagine walking on concrete in the middle of a hot day. That'd be painful. I'll leave it to you, Proxy. Oh god, one of these again. Okay. Okay, it's okay. It's a simple one. Shouldn't be that bad. Easy peasy. It wasn't a headache. Video footage is restored and images from inside the Hollow stream out through the Bamboo's data port.
All units be advised. At 3 o'clock, 300 meters. A cluster of miasma. Ethereal presence confirmed.
Oh yeah, they got massacred like in a Gears of War cutscene. The first one. All units be advised, blah blah blah.
Something's off. Are those humans coming out of there?
Uh-oh, they've made human sacrifice hybrids. Look at that, they've got like all that miasma stuff on their torsos.
Hey, look! Someone's crawling out of the miasma! Why are they wearing Defense Force uniforms?
Oh, shit.
They're coming closer. And they're armed!
Either someone is a genuine traitor in our midst and is having his troops become part of this, Lorenz, or they're capturing soldiers and forcefully converting them through the coffins. Gunshots ring out from a distance.
We're under attack! Fight back! Enemy spotted at 3 o'clock. More at 5 o'clock. Oh, is it the Exaltus troops in disguise?
Or that. Gunfire echoes all around.
No, they emerged from the miasma. They're definitely not alive.
So they're zombies. Like a Living Dead division.
What the are we seeing the dead in broad daylight? Ethereal or monster, just take them down. Reporting in. We've got casualties. We've got another wave of hostiles closing in on the right. We need backup.
So they're taking dead people, enemy or ally, and forcefully converting them into a bunch of sacrifice drones. Deafening gunfire grows louder, gradually drowning out all the voices. Gunfire and voices gradually fade away, and everything returns to silence. White noise grows louder, skipping ahead.
It's just as the Overseer said. Even a miracle like a resurrection is nothing for the Creator.
So, yeah. Taking people's bodies and making monsters out of them. Yeesh.
Don't let joy blind you, my dear brother. Until we stand before the Creator, every miracle is just a small step
toward the gate of the final domain.
Don't worry. My joy hasn't clouded my judgment, and my knowledge as a researcher remains sharp. The large-scale miasma activation experiment has already begun ahead of schedule. They'll never catch up to us on our path to the Creator.
Footage ends abruptly here. Bang Boo recording the data seemingly couldn't hold on any longer. Those soldiers crawling out of the miasma, they look like the dead brought back to life. Yeah, they're zombies. They're dead, but they're dressed in military gear from the old capital. Stuff from 11 years back. If they truly are the dead returned, how could they be the ghosts of those old soldiers if they're shooting at their own squad mates? They are not the undead, more like some kind of miasma creature. I'm going to go with both. I'm going with both. Still, the fact that these creatures take on the form of former Defense Force soldiers means their creator, the enemy's knowledge of the Defense Force, might be beyond our imagination. Besides, yesterday's recon mission went perfectly. We didn't let any cultists escape, so there's no way the Exaltus should be aware of our progress. Nope, they are. They are, and the wench in charge has enough plot armor to keep on going. Who's the priest? Yeah, he's very annoying. We all know. They're an illusion. They're not the real Defense Force. I think now the creatures are going to be able to blend into the normal world or New Riverwood and even make clones of themselves. Well, I won't know until we encounter them ourselves. We need to report this to Isolde. Go, Proxy. Report to Isolde. The winner rules. Okay. If it gives me the tidbit that says to, this will be the next mission you start, you won't be able to do anything else, I will stop the stream and take a break. Seriously, their rifles look like... I brought it up before with the regular security guards, but those rifles look straight out of the Halo games. They look like the battle rifle. Together with Obol Squad, you briefed Solda on what you saw in the footage.
The Exaltists have already figured out that we're launching a full-scale operation? So far, only Obol Squad's scouting mission involved direct combat. What that recon team ran into was likely just an unfortunate accident.
I'm willing to bet that your General Lorenz is your spy. He certainly wasn't making an effort to hide that he's not right. Yeah, they're just glazing him instead of worshiping it. Yeah. Pretty much.
But your operation was flawless, and no part of the plan was leaked. That means either the Exaltists are more perceptive than we thought, or some unit acted outside my command and carried out an unsanctioned mission.
Again, General Shepard, in the tent. He's right there.
But Lorenz handed over command of this operation to you.
How could someone ignore the Colonel's orders?
So if we roll out interference from higher up, the only one who could have mobilized troops without the Colonel's approval is...
Mm-hmm. Only the Major General himself.
What did I tell you?
Looks like Colonel Isolde has it even tougher than I do. when it comes to dealing with a demanding superior.
Orphe, you don't actually think I'm that difficult to deal with, do you?
I mean, when you're strapped to an appendage all day, it kind of can be, I guess.
At this point, arguing with my superior won't do any good.
At this point, arguing with Spear won't do any good.
So if we want the raid to stay on track, we'll have to strike even faster.
While I usually think you're a little too reckless, Magus, this time, I agree with you. Swift as the wind, fierce as fire, and unknowable as shadow. That's the essence of Blitz tactics. At least according to a Yunque Summit scroll. Since the enemy already knows we're coming, let's seize this rare opportunity and strike before they're ready.
Obol Squad, gear up and get ready!
Yes, Captain Magus!
I'm about to start deploying troops to launch the offensive. Proxy, both the battlefield and the hollows can shift in an instant. Make sure you're fully prepared. We aren't as ready as we could have been. The Obsidian Division will handle the battlefield, but when it comes to the hollow, you're the only one we can count on.
Leave it to me. On my reputation as a legendary proxy, and my honor as the mayor's envoy, I won't let you down. I'm counting on all of you, too. Please don't betray the trust that people have placed in the Defense Force.
Save it. We're well aware.
What the captain means is, Obol never fails a mission.
This operation has two main objectives. First, to gather intel on miasma soldiers. Second, to eliminate key Exaltus bases. Get ready and move out. A surprise attack. Every second counts. Prepare first. Okay. So we've reached a break point where I can take a break. Okay. So there was not as much combat as I thought, but I did get a little bit practice with Orphe. Saw how her ultimate is. I don't think I got to use Seed. Mind you, I technically saw it when I checked out her character off screen last night, so we'll probably, hopefully, manage to use her again. I only held off on using it because I was expecting a big enemy to show up at one point, but it never happened. And I'd rather not waste it on one or two drones if I can help it. Oh, well, if there's a whole school of them, yes. If not, it's like, why bother? Not unless the enemy's very tough. Okay, so I am willing to bet I'm hopefully close to unlocking Orphe, because that would be swell if I got her early, and I can just concentrate on prepping Orphe. Ugh, my brain's fried. I hope I am very close to getting Seed, because my pity level from my attempts with trying to get Alice the last couple of days remained, so I don't have to restart. But I do hope I do get lucky. It would be really nice to get Seed and not have to worry about having to get anybody else, and just grind for Orphe and whoever else comes back or shows up. Wouldn't that be nice? If I do have any spared left over, maybe I'll grind for an engine, but Cordis Germana sounds Latin. So that would be nice. And I am definitely prioritizing Mercury. I mean, I have a whole bunch of other bang boos I'd like to draw for, but yeah, originally I had Kui over here as next in line, but I think I'm going to go for Mercury first and then go back to him. Also, a million. I don't have a million for some reason. Even though his turret move is probably one of the cooler ones, so it is what it is. So you blame me. They did it with Monster Story 2.1 story, or even Season 1, every chapter. Yeah, it makes sense. Exaltus bringing up a giant monster. I mean, they kind of did it in the last 2 chapters, too. What with the Overseer and the cobbled together phantom monster based on the memories of Yixuan's sister. I mean, it's expected at this point. Really is. I mean, yeah, Season 1 had one for almost every chapter, too, except for most of the epilogue chapters, I think. Some of them anyway. Some of them. I know the Anby one had a giant monster fight. What was it? The first of the 2 Vivian Hugo ones had you fight Hugo as the final boss. Where we all thought he was dead, but of course he really wasn't. Match if the priest really takes their mask off. Yeah, they'll probably look horrendous. So, I could just start grinding. I could just start using the tapes one at a time, but I'm gonna save and use them all up like normal for the 10 kitty. So, I'm a bit exhausted because it's been almost 3 hours. So I'm going to take a break, and if I'm able to come back tonight after dinner and do another round, I will. If not, consider it saved for tomorrow, so play it by ear. I know I meant to stream Triple Z yesterday, but it didn't happen because too much in real life shenanigans took up my day instead. So I'm kind of like trying to make up for a lost day there. So it is what it is. So when I come back, we'll hopefully do the next main mission route, and then in hindsight, we'll do everything else, of course. So thank y'all. I'll see y'all with the next stream for Triple Z. Be back soon.